Hello everyone, this is Bryant with SFOT Source, your premier unofficial guide to Six Flags over Texas. We're at the park, and it is January, after holiday in the park, so that means that year-round operation has officially begun. We're very excited to check it out. We'll try to give you kind of a lowdown of how this is going to work, or how we think it's going to work. We'll see if there's any rides shut down, if they're running at a limited capacity, because it's going to be interesting probably the first couple of years. So, the other thing we also have to check out is the Aquaman Power Wave construction progress. I do know there are some also new pieces of the ride in the parking lot, so we'll have to go check that out as well. We're going to try to stay warm. Let's head into the park. So right before we go into security, big kudos to Six Flags for this sign. You can see right here, 36 rides scheduled to be open today. Of course, the water rides, the railroad and cloud bouncer are closed. It's too cold for water rides, and then the other two of those are closed, obviously, for the Aquaman construction. And then right below that, you have your seasonal maintenance, which we kind of assumed would happen. So you can see today, Batman the Ride, the Joker, and Judge Roy Scream are closed. It's great to see this before you head into the park. So right when you walk in the front gate, it does look like holiday in the park is in full force. I can promise you it is not. But one great thing they've done is actually trim these trees down, so this front area looks a lot more open. You can see a lot more stuff, and just a nice little thing they've done. I don't know when this happened. If you know when it happened, please let me know in the comments below. As you come around into the Spain section, all of the Spain attractions are currently open. So El Diablo, you have, of course, Conquistador, La Vibora in the background, and then La Fiesta de las Tazas, which are the teacups, are back that way, all open. So really good to see. And of course from here, I can see Superman running. There he is. So I know we were talking about all the holiday in the park decor that was still up. There are still Christmas lights up here in the Texas section. However, all of the Merry Marketplace, with the exception of those ornaments down there, do seem to be struck and gone. So a little bit more normalcy happening. It's going to be interesting to see what restaurants are open. Texas Taco Bar isn't open right now, and a few other places haven't been open. We'll have to figure out what to eat for lunch here pretty quick. We all know that building maintenance is somewhat of a sore subject with Six Flags parks. What point do you actually fix this instead of just tarping it for months? So right out here, outside of Runaway Mine Train, they've seemingly trimmed back a bunch of other stuff, so you can actually see the ending of Runaway Mine Train now. But then right in front of here, this is where that big inflatable snowman was. Why wouldn't you just take all of this down? Now they just have stanchions and stuff laying around everywhere. It doesn't look good. Over here at the Aquaman Power Wave construction site, and you can see there are more footers than last time, my goodness. And you can actually see kind of in this area right here, they are actually beginning to build a trough that will hold the water for the ride. So things are coming along really nicely here. We don't actually see anything going vertical yet, but I bet we're not too far away. And kind of from this angle, you can see more footers that have been installed for actual structure of the ride, kind of there in that midsection. That's new since we've been here last as well. Got up at a different angle, you can see more of this trough that's going in. I'm sure that they will start going vertical here pretty soon. I'm sure that the trough is kind of a little bit of a secondary project. Here's a look at Aquaman Power Wave construction from the Bugs Bunny Boomtown end. You can kind of get a better look at some of that footer work and the trough that's going in. I know it's kind of hard to see some of it, but it's moving along really nice. And just for our hardcore theme park nerds, you can see all kinds of conduit and stuff waiting to go in for the ride. This is kind of over towards Taz Tornado. Looking good. So we made a slight detour over into Bugs Bunny Boomtown. Couldn't help but notice that the mountain here at Speedy Gonzales is just crumbling. But, you know, I guess it's okay because over here on the other side they do have a sign that states falling rocks. So just like the sign out front says, Joker is closed, they do have a sign that says closed for technical adjustments. It'll be interesting to see how long their maintenance lasts on this because, you know, they usually get about 6 weeks of the park being closed. And Harley Quinn is cycling right now. It's broken down, which is a somewhat common occurrence. But it does look like they are trying to operate it, which is a great sign. And of course, we swing around this way. Texas Sky Screamer is operating. Riddler is starting its cycle. Catwoman Whip is also open right over here. So, you know, really, it's a great time to visit right now. You have the opportunity to ride all kinds of rides, with the exception of a few closures, which will probably happen throughout the year. But there's still lots of stuff to do ride-wise out here, and that's a really great sign. I hope that the year-round stuff goes really well. Just made our way through the France section. I wanted to point out that at some point they actually refurbished this cannon. It's really nice that they, you know, did something theming related, and of course there's a nice walkway here. You can actually come up to the cannon and take a photo op. Very nice. So right next to Runaway Mountain is JB's Smokehouse Barbecue. One thing we did learn through the Ace Winterfest event is that this little patio area is actually going to be enclosed and air conditioned. So that's a really great improvement coming up for this year. This just gives you one more air conditioned place to enjoy a meal. We swung back through the Texas section over to Rodeo, and I just wanted to point out that looks like Rodeo is undergoing its annual maintenance and refurbishment. So this wasn't on the sign, but if you're a rodeo fan, keep in mind, looks like this is going to be down for a fairly extended amount of time. Just wanted to point out really fast that here in Texas Gifts, kind of at the border of the Texas and Tower section, you can actually purchase the Nano coasters here now. And I didn't want to point this out quite yet, but I will since it's staring me in the face. Pins are starting to exist. Very park-specific pins. There are two more pretty cool pins in here related to Texas Giant. Now, I'm curious how much these actually cost, so let's check it out. $12.99. So pretty standard for, you know, the pin game around the theme park industry.
Really? Got your eye out. Sorry.
I was on my way to show y'all some Aquaman Power Wave parts, and just wanted to point out it is just trashed in this parking lot. This is a public lot where people park. I mean, come on, you got to clean this up. This is And before we leave for the day, just wanted to point out that there are more pieces for Aquaman Power Wave out in the parking lot. You can see lots of rebar and supports back there in the blue. So things are showing up and ready to get going. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this trip to Six Flags Over Texas. Really nice trip. Surprisingly, there's a lot of rides open, and you know, most of your main roller coasters are open right now. And even though they had Judge Roy's Scream as a closed ride, it was actually open, so I don't know how permanent that is. It might be closed next week, who knows. But, you know, right now is a really prime time to get out here and ride some rides. There really were no waits. The one thing I will say is they were running one side on Mr. Freeze, so that line was pretty long. Went ahead and skipped it, but everything else really didn't wait too long, didn't really wait more than 5 or 10 minutes. So it's great to see what's going on with Aquaman Power Wave. It's going to be a really fun ride, and we should start seeing things go vertical here, maybe hopefully in the near future. So we'll have to keep a lookout on that. With that being said, if y'all have any questions about Six Flags Over Texas, please feel free to ask in the comments below, and we'll see y'all soon at a theme park.
Thank you.